ASMR Soldier. If you're new here, please go ahead, check out the rest of the channel, like and subscribe because the content here is always amazing. If you're returning, thank you for clicking on the video. Please like the video, check out the Patreon, and remember, check out Baby Noah's baby registry, alright? We would appreciate if you could help out. If you don't have any friends or family local. Now, to the video. I want to talk today to you guys about positivity, right? Being positive towards yourself, being kind to yourself. And I think it's an important topic because when you get in that funk, sometimes we get in a funk, right? And we start doubting ourselves, we start doubting our abilities to perform at work or in the gym, or start doubting, our intellect, we start doubting our capabilities. All of those things are honestly detrimental to yourself, right? I think it could be a way of self-harm, and it's something that I deal with sometimes because you compare yourself to either other people or to your past self. And there's nothing wrong with comparing yourself to your past self. The problem is when that comparison starts to hurt your ability to perform your duties or perform your task, or when it immobilizes you and you're unable to continue about your day, when you're just consumed with negative thoughts. And it's important to have someone that you can talk to, right? A friend, a significant other, maybe a professional, anyone that you can speak with, that you can express your feelings of self-doubt, of kind of like just not feeling your best, because it happens sometimes. Sometimes we're not feeling like we're our best self, and it can really be detrimental to yourself. So you definitely have to have someone you can speak with, that is going to have your back, and that cares about you enough to give you good advice. For me, that person is my wife, and we're always communicating with each other when we're having bad days, because bad days are going to happen in your life. Some people think that happiness is a 24-hour chase. You gotta chase happiness, but in life you gotta have your ups and downs and ups and downs. If you're always up, if you're always happy, then it's like, I remember somebody had said once, if you don't have ups and downs, your life is like this. You're flatlined, you're like dead, right? So you gotta have your highs, you gotta have your lows. The issue is when you stay low for too long, right? So be kind to yourself. When you start to get that feeling of inadequacy, of self-doubt, right? And you've identified it, find someone that you can talk to if you can. If not, start giving yourself positive affirmations. Okay? Start telling yourself things that you know are true, that are good about you. I am a good father. I'm a good worker in whatever field. I'm a good friend. I'm a good partner. I can program that computer. I can fix that leaky pipe, right? That bush that's in the way, I can chop that down and get rid of it. Those little things that you can do, other people can't do. For example, I can't program a computer. I could work on a network, on a internet network, and identify some issues to a certain extent, right? I can do a lot of handyman work around the house because I've been working with power tools my whole life. But there's a lot of stuff that I can't do, right? I can't fix the freon in a car when the AC in the car goes out. I can't fix it. I don't know how. I never learned. And I'm sure it's something I can learn. But the point is to continue to positively self-talk to yourself. Don't over inflate your ego. I'm like, I can do everything and no one is better than me. It's okay to be confident. But confidence without knowledge is just cockiness, and then you're an asshole. Nobody likes an asshole. Alright? Not even yourself. So give yourself that self-talk that you are adequate, that you are significant, and that you can contribute to whatever the situation is. You can contribute to the conversation. You can contribute to fixing the problem. There's a lot of good in you that you have to continue to reinforce to yourself sometimes. Because sometimes life happens and we just get in a funk, you know? And that's okay. I'm telling you, that's perfectly okay. The way the things are going in the world, I wouldn't blame you if you start to feel a little down. Everything is so expensive. We're making the same amount of money, right? But don't let it keep you down there, all right? Because life, I'm telling you, man, life got hands. Life's gonna knock you down. Life's gonna beat you up over and over every single day sometimes. But you just gotta keep getting up. You just gotta keep showing up. And when you do that, you start to get better. You start to become more resilient, and you start to become mentally tougher. That's what's important, being able to bounce back from whatever adversity, whatever issues that you are facing. The Army has this program called Master Resiliency Training. And they have this really good analogy, right? Whenever you're facing like some hard times, they want you to be a tennis ball, not an egg. Because the analogy is that you are that tennis ball. And when you get thrown to the ground is the obstacle, the tough challenge, right? That self-doubt. The tennis ball bounces back up, right? And the Army wants you to be that tennis ball. The Army does not want you to be that egg, because the egg, when it faces a challenge, some adversity, a tough time in life, as soon as it hits that, it cracks, and the egg goes everywhere. And the Army wants you to be the opposite of that. They want you to be the tennis ball. They want you to bounce back from that adversity. I want you to bounce back from that adversity. Okay, because it is important that we stick together. As something I've noticed in my almost 35 years of being alive is that people are becoming more and more selfish. And by selfish, I mean we're not as willing to help someone when they need it. We're not willing to know our neighbors. We're not willing to know our community. Everything has become very self-centric. And I think that's contributing to a problem, because everyone thinks they can do everything themselves. I sure as heck thought I could do everything myself. I told myself for a long time that I don't need anybody. I'm good by myself. I can do anything alone. And it's impossible, damn near. Okay, Rome wasn't built by one person. In order to be able to succeed, you have to be able to work together with other people that are going to uplift you and give you positive criticism and positive reinforcement. Right? Because we all learn by making mistakes, by improving. Okay, um, you're never going to become successful in life, and you're never going to be a positive role model if you don't have experience. And failure is the best teacher out there. You know, I tell this to my soldiers all the time. You have to fail in life because when you fail, you're forced to grow. You're forced to learn and adapt to that situation. And then when the next time that situation comes around, you've already got it in your memory bank. Hey, do this, not this. And it becomes easier. I want you to remember that you're somebody that's worthy. You're somebody that's important. And you're somebody that deserves love, even if it's just from yourself right now. So remember, get yourself out of that funky place. Talk to somebody and talk positively about yourself to yourself. Guys, you're too awesome to be thinking negatively about yourself. Okay? If you've made it this far, I want to thank you for clicking on the video. I want to thank you for subscribing. And I want to thank you for checking out the Patreon and the baby registry because the baby is due very, very soon. In like 3 months. And 3 months goes by like that. Thank you guys. You're awesome. Remember that I love you, so you gotta love you. This is ASMR Soldier. And I've got your 6. Take care, guys.